So right now they're qualifying. Tonight is just USAC Western Midgets and then it's micro sprints. And there's only about 17 midgets and then only about 9 micro sprints showed up. But they're gonna start qualifying. Well, they started qualifying, so you're probably not gonna be able to hear me here in a minute. This is what they sound like. They're bigger motors than the micro. They make more power. They obviously weigh more. I don't know what the track's gonna be like. They tried to do this back in like April, but it got rained out, so they were never able to actually do much. So they're trying it again today, and then they have a USAC National Midget Show in November. And I think that's kind of what this is a precursor test for. So and we'll see what the track does and what it's like. They're a little bit slower than the micros, but we'll see if they make a more exciting show. All right, so that's a wrap on the midgets in the park. It was pretty good. The racing was better than I thought. The track was better than I thought. We weren't sure what was going to happen with it, but it actually ended up being pretty good. The midgets were cool here. The track is kind of tight and it's real narrow compared to some of the tracks that they go to. So they were bouncing around a lot. They come up off the cushion. I'm gonna see if I can walk around the track a little bit and show you guys what it looks like. They would go up to the cushion or hit the top of the track. They'd grab a bunch of grip and the front wheels would come off the ground. But they start bouncing like a motherfucker. So this is going into 3, and right here, you can see there's a hole, and then the cushion goes up there because they go around. And so they'd come up here and they'd hit this moisture and hit this grip right here. And then they would just, all the weight would go to the rear and they just pick up the front wheels and they'd have to feather it to be able to maintain traction and not go over the top. We only had 1 flip, which is pretty good. With the micros, there's usually a couple flips a night. This time, with the midgets, there's only 1, so it was actually all right. 17 midgets. It was kind of a precursor to the national show that's coming to Plaza here in a few weeks, the next month, or November, not a few weeks, a couple months in November. So hopefully it leaves a good impression, and when the national show comes, it'll be a better show. More cars, faster cars, better drivers, so we'll see. But the track, it didn't slick off. I mean, you can see there's a pretty good amount of rubber. I mean, I'm standing almost near the top, and that's where the cushion ended up mostly, is right here, all the way around pretty much. There were even a few cars riding the wall going down the front stretch just to get that extra grip and extra speed going into 1. So it's pretty cool. The micro race was only 9 cars. A couple got wrecked in the heat, so we didn't have a full field for the main. That sucked. But it wasn't really about them. It was more about the midgets. So it sucks that there wasn't that many, but at the same time, it was more for the Western States midgets to kind of show what they were capable of. So while it sucks, at the same time, it was, well, there wasn't really anything in it for those micros. A little bit of cash, maybe, and a trophy, and that's pretty much it. So they did pretty good. Jet Yanis won in the micros. He was up front in the midgets, got caught up in someone else's mistake, and he went for a ride and ruined his car. So he was done. Couldn't keep doing anything after that. And so this is the wall, front stretch wall. You can see it kind of goes up a little bit, all the way down, going into 1. But it was good racing. The micros were even pretty good racing. The track was a little heavy for the micros, so it wasn't too bad. They made it work. They're actually pretty quick and non-wing. This is going into 1, and this was the spot where the micros were having issues. They would hit this and just bounce. I mean, you can see there's right here, there's a cliff. So overall, it was a good show. Hopefully when the national series comes in November, it's even better. It'll just be midgets that night, so we'll see how many cars show up. But it's pretty cool. I just did video tonight for the track owner to promote for the November show. I didn't do any photos or anything tonight, but Jake from 1425 was here, so that's pretty much what he did. So I'm gonna get all this stuff edited and see what's up. This is kind of a shorter vlog, but I wanted to do one because I haven't done one in a while. So get this one done and posted, and then tomorrow I'm going to a go-kart race in Lemoore, so we'll see what that's like, and then maybe I'll do another one tomorrow. See you guys next time.